Steve Lukather here. I'm going to put my glasses on so I don't say anything really weird. Think about that. I'm very, very honored to be here tonight. When Peter asked me to be the guy, I was a little bit shocked and also taken back. The truth of the matter is, Peter and I have been friends for 43 years. First time, I mean, I adore this man. He's a big hero of mine, as well as being a great friend. But it's ironic that he would play 4-Day Creep. I didn't know he was going to play that. That's the first time I ever heard him play. When I dropped the needle over my friend's house in junior high school, they said, "You got to check out this band." And it was the live album, you know, Rockin' at the Fillmore. And the first tune is 4-Day Creep. And the thing that killed me was, like, I'd never heard anybody play the way he plays, modally with all the different notes for you non-musicians. It just sounded different to me as a young guitar player. It really hit my heart and started me on a different path than just playing regular blues like everybody else. Peter just had a young sound. He's only 20, 21 years old when he did this. And those are the days of live albums. You know, they were really live before you could fix everything. And this followed Peter to his infamous, famous, legendary live album that we all adore. And set new standards, not only for him as a player and as an artist, but also what live albums are supposed to be like. And his tone just hit the back wall, and it still does to this day, and I'm constantly inspired by him. And we've worked together a lot over the years. As a matter of fact, my band TOTO, the first time we ever played our arena was opening for Peter in 1978 in Hawaii. And it was a big event for us. And he was so welcoming, and the band was so good, and they were riding high on that Frampton Comes Alive thing, and it was just on fire. And who knew at that moment that we'd be lifelong friends as we, even our sons, my son Trevor and Julian, who are both here tonight, are great friends. So this isn't really just a little thing for me. This is a big thing because it means a lot to me from my heart, and it's a family thing. And you know, this went on, and I was turned on to the solo records by my friend Bruce Gowdy in high school, and you know, I just got into it, and the live album blew everybody's mind. And all I can tell you is that to be asked to do this and present this award to one of my favorite guitar players, also one of my favorite people, I'm really without. We just did this a few years back. We were able to play together for the Beatles' 50th anniversary TV show. Don was put together an all-star band. And me and Peter were the guitar players, and I was just looking at him, here we are at the 50s Beatle thing, and Peter Frampton, he was at my house, we were playing Here Comes the Sun. I always still get a little starstruck because he's a dear friend, but he's also a hero of mine. And I could do 20 minutes up here, and they want to get me off real fast. He said, "You'd much rather hear him play than hear me talk." I just want to say it's a great honor to one of the most original voices on guitar, a Grammy Award-winning legend, and somebody I'm honored to say is a dear friend of mine. Please, Peter Frampton.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. I really want to thank you. It's as Luke has said, it's been we've known each other many, many years, and he's talk about being an inspiration for me. He's an incredible, as you all know, guitar player. So Luke's very he's very familiar with my history because he was, as you could tell, he was there for most of it. We've been mates, obviously, for a very long time, so he didn't need to look me up in Wikipedia. But he missed out a couple of stories, but I think that's for another time. Or maybe later. Seriously, though, Luke is a great friend, and of course, one of history's finest players, finest guitar players. And I'm so thrilled that he's here to present it to me, and it's such an honor. And an honor it is for a guitarist, for any serious musician really, any association with Les Paul is a privilege and an honor. So, many thanks to NAMM TEC and everyone responsible for this acknowledgement. Now, thank you. I love you too, sir. So now I could take this opportunity to simply talk about myself. Some of you know firsthand that I can be, you know, quite the poet.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah.
You? Really? Now? But I'd rather talk about Les. Everything you can say about Les and his impact on our industry is absolutely true, obviously. He is the godfather of modern recording as well as the most innovative of guitar players. Simply, he was the inventor of what we do. It's a debt that we all owe him. I was fortunate enough to know Les. We first met in the mid-70s, and I had an opportunity to hang out and play with him over the years. It grew into a lovely friendship, I have to say, which blew my mind. In the mid-90s, I was playing with Ringo's All-Star Band, and we had a huge date in New York, and it was very close to showtime. And a stagehand came up to me. I was just putting my guitar on, and he says, "You've got a phone call." I said, "I'm a little busy right now. I have to go on stage. It's time to go on." He said, "You'll want to take this call." I wondered, was it the Almighty? Well, almost. "Peter," the voice says, "it's Les." I almost dropped the guitar, I tell you. He just wanted to say good luck and he wished that he could be there with us that night. That's the kind of guy that he was, thoughtful, always warm and encouraging. Really, no one was more supportive of young musicians. He got so much joy out of watching you succeed, and he took great pride in the fact that you had a Les Paul in your hands while doing it. Les was a great character and could tell a hell of a dirty joke. If there was more time, I'd share a few. We'll see you in the pub later. Les and I were both great admirers of Django Reinhardt. He got to meet Django and once showed me a photo of the two of them together. I'm still jealous. The two of them together is mind-boggling, isn't it? And it's always the sound of an instrument that inspires me to play. Les and I shared a curiosity for new sounds, new ways of making music that went back to our childhoods. I told him about my first experiments with recording. When I was 12 or 13, I had asked my parents for a reel-to-reel tape machine so I could record myself, then hear back what I was doing. Then it quickly dawned on me that I could play back the rhythm part and then play the lead part over the top. So that meant back to Mum and Dad for another tape recorder so I could take the idea further. It was my own very primitive start to multi-track recording, which Les had already innovated and perfected. And of course, all the while, I had been commandeering the family bathroom, which of course had the best echo in the house. And Les liked that. He said, "The bathroom's the best. I used to stick Mary in there for hours at a time." He did. Just goes to show you that great art can come from anywhere, even the loo. There's no question that Les Paul had a hand in everything I did and continue to do, both on stage and in the recording studio. Whatever I've done to earn this wonderful recognition, it all started with Les. That is an immense source of pride for me. I just want to say to all the young musicians out there, be inspired by what Les made possible. He showed us that innovation isn't about high-tech or money, it's about ideas. It's about using the tools at your disposal to make music in ways no one has done it before. That's Les Paul's legacy. Thank you, Les. And I just want to also thank my band and my incredible team who have been there for me throughout the years, my family, and of course my fans. Thank you all, but we're not done yet. It's been a great night, but we got one more for you. Is that okay? He's holding it for me.